Hello friends and welcome to your FriYay Pick card messages. Today I hope you get an awesome message and I hope you are keeping well. I hope that this week has treated you with kindness and I hope you've had a successful one. I've had an incredibly busy week. I started out Monday with a list of things that I wanted to do, a list of things that I wanted to achieve, and my list is still there. I haven't scratched too much off. I haven't ticked off things as being complete. It's been crazy. It's been one thing after another, and I just haven't had a chance to get onto the things that I wanted to. But we made sure that we got your FriYay video recorded and uploaded in time. So today I am using these two decks that you can see over here. I am using the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is the big box, the green one over there. And I am using the, what are these ones called? Energy Oracle cards as well to get some clarifying messages. So we're going to use the tarot. I just love this tarot deck. This tarot deck is just really beautiful. Its images are fairy tale without being too fairy tale. It really is just an awesome deck and its messages are really absolutely awesome. So I'm so looking forward to using this deck. I must be honest, I forget what decks I have. So now that I have this nice display behind me, it's nice to actually see what decks I have and like, oh yes, I haven't played with that one for a while, so I'll take it out and use it. So this is a deck that I haven't used in a very long time, and it makes me feel like a message from Granny, a message from Grandma. It really is such an awesome deck. So I'm sure we're going to get some fabulous messages. As always, friends, I'm going to ask you to please, if you like my content, if you like the messages that I give, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to give the video a thumbs up and give me a little comment in the messages in the box below. All right, so we're going to get straight into it. On screen now is an image of the cards. So you can see the bundles that are available to you. You can see the cards that are available to you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a brief second and exhale out all your stresses, all your worries, and all your concerns. Take another deep breath in. Hold it, and exhale it out. And you will find with each exhale that you are relaxing, you are letting go of all your stresses, letting go of all your worries, and just allowing yourself to become a little bit more centered, a little bit more mindful. And then when you look and you open your eyes and you look at the image on screen, one of these bundles is going to call you in, one of these bundles is going to attract you, one of these is just going to feel more right than the others, or maybe they're all feeling the same. And maybe you need to listen to all three messages or just two of them. But whatever it is, just notice which feels right for you. Allow your soul, allow your spirit to guide you as to which bundle has the exact message that you need to hear today. All right. Okay, so ready for it. So you know what you need to do at this stage. For those of you who are finding my videos for the first time, if you're on YouTube, in the description box below will be timestamps for each of the three bundles. If you're watching on my blog, you can click the links below to take you straight to. So you don't have to watch or listen to the bundles that aren't relevant to you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get you straight to your bundles so that you can get the message you need. So I shall see you there. All right, hello. So you chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. I hope you chose wisely, and I hope you get exactly the message that you need. So today I am using the decks over there. You can see these two. Those are the decks that I'm using today. So it's the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and it is the Energy Oracle card. So these are the decks that I have chosen, and I'm sure we're going to get some awesome messages. This Forest of Enchantment deck is just beautiful. That's the back of them. Look at those owls. The wise owl. I love my owls, as you can see by my ring. Love my owls. So I have shuffled these cards before I started with the video, but you know what I'm like. I like to shuffle them when I've got your attention, when I've got you here with me, just to make sure that we are setting the right intentions. And today we're asking for, as always, as every Friday, we're asking for messages of guidance, messages of hope, messages of love, and just some kind of inspiration to help you through whatever it is that life is throwing at you right now. Okay, I have shuffled and shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. I'm sure I have shuffled enough. So let's take one card there, one card there, and another. We've been greedy today. Okay, so I am taking 3 cards from the deck. The first one we have the Council of Animals. So in the traditional tarot, okay, so I mean, just look at all those little nunus that we have. Just look at all the animals, and you can see that they mean business. You can see that they are not taking any kind of chances. The Council of Animals are making sure that we know exactly what it is that we are doing. They are holding us accountable for our actions. They are holding us accountable for our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. Okay, so that's an interesting one. You know, sometimes we tend to ignore things that we should be focusing on. We tend to ignore things that we don't want to deal with right now. And I think this council is coming together to hold you accountable and to make you face up to the things that we don't want to face up. And connected to it is the Six of Boons. Six of Boons. Boons is typically pentacles in the traditional tarot. So here we have the Six of Pentacles. Just look gorgeous. And you know, you see what's happening here. So she is lying, it looks like she's lying in I want to call it a bundle of snow. And she's obviously cold. As you can see, she's barefoot. She doesn't even have any shoes on. She's barefoot. Things are not so great for her, but we've got all these bunny rabbits that are now helping her to keep her warm, helping her to keep secure, helping her to get through the difficult times. So it's about helping others in their time of need. She's helping them. They're helping her. It's a win-win situation. And finally, I need to see, we've got the Keeper of Visions. Okay, so the Keeper is traditionally the king, and Visions is typically your cups or your emotions. So we've got, and look how gorgeous he is. Absolutely beautiful. And he's in control. He knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly where he can go, his escape routes, and all of that. So now let's look at all three together, because this is certainly painting a very, very interesting message. So our Council of Animals that we have, our Council of Animals is holding us accountable. And if I look at the other two, it's holding us accountable for what we do and what we have not done. When I say we, I'm talking about all of you who chose this bundle and myself, okay? We are all people who like to help. We like to guide. We like to be there for others. We like to help other people. But we feel like we can't at the moment because we're in lockdown, because of coronavirus, because of all of these things that are happening in the world. So maybe we're not doing as much as we should be. We're not helping as much as we should be. And you know what? When we talk about helping people, we're not talking about money. We're not talking about giving the obvious. You know, sometimes on Facebook, especially at the moment, I'm noticing on social media, I mustn't just say Facebook, it's on social media in general, that there are many people putting little memes up, little pictures up, little comments, little whatevers that you can see that they're suffering. You can see that they're not in an emotionally good, mentally, emotionally in a good space. And instead of just scrolling past, maybe we should just offer some little comment of upliftment or some little comment of positivity. And I think that's exactly what this message is sort of getting to us. So we need to be in control of our emotions. We need to be in control of who we are. We need to know exactly the power and the authority that we possess, okay? We need to know that, you know, and also this is the other thing, to offer somebody else a little bit of inspiration, to offer somebody else a little bit of hope, doesn't imply that you've got all your stuff together. It doesn't mean that you are emotionally strong. You can be having a bad day yourself, but it takes nothing to offer a glimmer of hope to somebody else. So gosh, this is like getting quite serious, isn't it? But I really think that's what our Council of Animals is basically saying to you. It's saying to you that we need to rally together. We need to help each other. We need to be there for one another. Okay? It doesn't matter how you're feeling. It doesn't matter what you're going through. But sometimes, even if you're having the worst of days, sometimes when you are having like, I can't deal with it anymore, reaching out and helping somebody else, reaching out and helping somebody else, even if it seems a bit frivolous, even if it seems like it's actually not going to get you anywhere, even if it seems like you're wasting your time, please know that it's not. Please know that it is your function, it is your purpose, and it will make you feel better. I'm just trying to get the card in a way that there's not too much glare on it, okay? Because we have to be in control. Let's put them, council's in the wrong place. Right. So you are being called to action. You are being called to stand up and be counted, to be seen, to be heard, and to be known. Like I said to you, we're not encouraging you to leave your home. Stay at home. Stay safe. But if you see, hear, or know of anybody who's suffering in any way, whether it be emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, reach out and offer a little bit of happiness. Share a joke. Tell them something positive. Give them a compliment. Even if you just share a recipe with them, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, but just reaching out and connecting with another soul will make such a huge positive difference. You can, you will, and you must help all of those who need the help and guidance. I just love this little card. It is so cute. All the little bunny rabbits keeping her warm. So obviously it's not obvious because it's not really dark, but if it's the middle of the night and she's feeling alone, she's got nowhere to go, she doesn't know what to do, she's exhausted, she's hungry, she's tired, she's cold, she's all of those things, these bunny rabbits are keeping her warm. And she is also offering them, because obviously in the morning when the sun shines again, she's going to help them find food. She's not only going to take care of herself, she's going to help those around her. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. But it's a case of rallying together. Where's my counsel? It's a case of rallying together and helping each other out. Especially in the times that we're in at the moment. I'm seeing it with most of my clients, with most of my appointments that I'm having at the moment. Everybody's suffering, everybody's struggling. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're able to work or not, whether you are forced in lockdown with people that you're not happy with. Maybe you don't actually like your family, you don't like your partners, maybe you're living with total strangers. Who knows what your situation is, but just know that it's going to be okay. But you need to look at how you can help somebody else, and by helping somebody else you increase and improve your own circumstances. So I'm now going to pick up the energy oracle cards and let's get some clarifier on the message that we have, and let's just see what else the universe needs you to know right now. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Taking that one over there. The temple path. So again, it's telling you to walk the path of truth. It's telling you to walk the path of integrity. It's telling you to walk the path of the temple and to go towards where people gather, go towards people and help. So I do think that ties in actually very nicely with the rest of the message. So confirmation from Spirit is you need to be walking the temple path, and the temple path is the path of integrity, the path of truth, and the path of being of service to others in your life. So all of you who chose bundle 1, that is an incredibly strong, deep, and powerful message. And I hope it really hits home. I hope it really resonates with you and just helps you on your journey. So it doesn't matter what you're facing right now. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. By reaching out and helping somebody else be better, be happier, have a little bit of hope within themselves, that will indirectly be helping you help yourself. Okay, so please, if you did enjoy this message, if it gave you a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of hope, show me some love by giving me a thumbs up, please, and a comment down below would be greatly appreciated. And until Monday, when we do our tarot scopes, I'll see you then. You take care. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you've had a successful week and that you've arrived at FriYay in a good space. So today I am using these 2 decks that you see over here. It is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which is this one over here, and the blue deck is the Energy Oracle cards that I will be drawing clarifying message from right at the end. So I have pre-shuffled the cards and I have set the intentions, but I like to do it when I have your attention here. So we're asking that we receive a message of guidance, a message of hope, a message of inspiration, and a message to just get us through whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life right now. We're asking that we get an exact, beautiful message today. Okay, I have shuffled enough. Let's put them together. And we're going to take one card from there. I want to take that one over there. And I want one from the top here. So 3 different cards from different places in the deck. So the first one we have is the 7 of Visions. So in a traditional tarot deck, the visions are cups. So it's the 7 of cups, which is the card of choices, the card of options, and the card of a little bit of overwhelm with the how many choices and options you have. So if you have a look in this pool, there's so many different things in there that you need to choose from, and sometimes like, I don't know which one to pick. So it's the card of choice, and it's the card of being overwhelmed by those choices. The next one we have is the wide world. Oh, just look at that. How I would love to be in that space right now. All that freedom, all that open ground, hey, all that beauty, and just miles and miles and miles of peace, tranquility, and happiness. So the wild world is about accomplishment. Obviously, if you look at our little stag that's here, our deer that's here, he's stepping out from the forest. So he's been through the difficulties, he's been through the challenges, he's been through everything, and he's about to step out into the openness. So it's almost like he's arrived at his I want to say the destination, but he's got no more obstacles in front of him, no more challenges. It's just open field, and he can go wherever he wants to go. So that is the interpretation of the wide world. And the last one we have is the 3 of spells. So spells in a traditional tarot deck is your wands. So this is the 3 of wands, the 3 of spells. Just look at that. Just look at the magic, look at the beauty. Oh, love it. So let's look at these 3 cards together. Let me just try and hold them that we can see them nicely. So we're doing 3 cards today, and if we look at these 3 cards and we look at the message that comes here. So actually I'm going to start with the first one. So as I said to you, the 7 of visions is all about choice. It's all about options. It's all about, you know, having more than one option available to you. And, you know, right now we're in uncertain times, you know, with coronavirus, with everything else that's going on around us. We are certainly in uncertain times. And there are so many options. There's so many things that we can do. There's so many things you may want to do, but you feel restricted. You feel like I can't do it all. I can't do it all. So I think the 7 of visions is basically saying to you, be open with yourself. Be honest with yourself as to what your options are. What are the things that you can do? What are the things that you can't do? Instead of focusing only on the one lot or the one group of them, let's be open to all of them. Let's be open and honest with ourselves and all the different options that are available to you. And, you know, sometimes what happens is when we get overwhelmed by choices, when we get overwhelmed by options, we often just get so engrossed in that we don't make a decision, okay? Just this week alone, I've had quite a few people contacting me saying things like, you know, career-wise, they don't know what to do. Should they stay? Should they go? Should they accept this? What should they do? And they're totally overwhelmed by the choices. I had another client this week who had an issue with moving. Do they move or do they stay? You know, in South Africa, we've got such a small window to relocate and to move if you want to. And it's like, suddenly, I don't know what to do. Do I go? Do I stay? What do I do? What do I wait? And the energy around that is so overwhelming. So what I like to say, especially when this particular card comes up, is I say, right, write down all your options on a piece of paper and then scratch out the obvious. Scratch out the obvious that are not an option for you and see what's left. And you'll find it less overwhelming, because if you started off with, in this case, 7 options and choices, you may only end up with 2. And then it's easier to pick one out of the 2 as opposed to being overwhelmed by the magnitude of the 7. Realize that you got to this place. You've got to this place of having these choices available to you. You've worked really hard to get here, because that's what the world is saying. The world is saying accomplishment, attainment. You have reached through the difficulties. You've come out the other side, okay? There's no more challenges. Look at it. It's open fields in front, all right? There's no more challenges and things to be worried about. So actually, you can make a choice quite easily. The choices available here is forward, left, right, or even to go backwards. So this animal has got 4 choices. And I can assure you going backwards is not one of them. Okay, so let's cross it off our list. Let's eliminate it from our list so that we know that we are moving forward. And then we can choose, right, so there is a little bit of a path here. I don't know if you can see the bit of a path. Do I follow the path? Do I go off the path? What's going to be easier? What makes my heart sing? What makes my heart happy? Okay, and then finally, Our last card that we had is the Three of Wands, or the Three of Spells in this case. And this is the card of work. This is the card of acknowledgement. This is the card of being your hard work being noticed and recognized, okay? So it's telling you, and I'm really going to put it back onto, if I can pick up the card, back into this card, because this card again is telling us that you've come through the hard. You've come through the challenges. You've come through the difficulties. And people are noticing, people are recognizing, and people are seeing all the things that you have accomplished. And it is time for those end results, for whatever you've been working towards, to start showing. The magic is there. Trust and believe in the magic. Don't allow the options and the choices that are available to you now to overwhelm you. Eliminate the choices that aren't suitable for you. Know that going backwards is not an option. Redoing something we've already done is not an option. And we need to move forward, and we need to know that we deserve the happiness, the joy, and the success that's coming. You are being noticed, okay? People are noticing your hard work. People are noticing the effort that you're putting into it. You are going to get the recognition that you so deserve. So, I like that one. I'm now picking up the Energy Oracle cards, and we're looking for a clarifying message. So we're looking for a card that will just clarify exactly what we've said, give us any additional information that we may need just to drive the message home and to make it a little bit easier to understand. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we're just drawing one from here. I love it. I love it how two completely random decks, completely, not connected at all. I chose them purely based on their pretty boxes, and the messages just tie in so perfectly. So here we have adjacent possibilities. And again, where's my deer? Adjacent possibilities and the deer tie in so perfectly, because adjacent possibilities, let me make sure I'm putting the right card down. The adjacent possibilities are basically saying to you that, there is the corridor, there is the passage, there are windows and doors on each side, and every single one of them is an opportunity for you. We mustn't think, oh my gosh, what happens if I pick the wrong one? What happens if I pick the wrong door? What happens if I go through the wrong door, the wrong window? Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed, okay? But understand that there are so many possibilities available to you right now. And I totally understand this message, because again, with lockdown, we are feeling like our lives are restricted. We are feeling like we have no options, but actually we've got plenty of options. And it's just a case of seeing them. It's just a case of knowing which way you want to go, what appeals to you, what excites you, and that's what you must follow. So I'm loving that. Friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, there is your message. I hope there was something in it that resonated with you. I hope that there was something in there that brought you the happiness, the answers, the guidance, and the inspiration that you needed right now. Please, I ask, show me some love. If you enjoyed your message and if you enjoy my content, give me a thumbs up, please, at the bottom of this video. Comment below and let me know how this message resonated with you. And I shall see you on Monday for your Taroscopes. Take care. Hello friends, and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. Welcome. I hope you are well, and I hope you've got through the week unscathed and you've had a successful one and a busy one. I know I have had a busy one, not so much successful, but busy. So friends, today I am using these two decks that you see on the side here. It's the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and it's the Energy Oracle cards. So far today we've had some really, really, really powerful messages with bundle 1 and bundle 2. So it'll be interesting to see what we get with bundle 3. So as you can see, I am shuffling the cards. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, and I have shuffled before I started with the video, but I always like to shuffle when I have you on screen with me. So we're just setting the intention. We're setting the intention that you get a message of guidance, a message of hope, a message of inspiration, and a message that just helps you to get through whatever it is that you're facing in your life right now. We do these videos every Friday, and I hope that you get exactly the message that you need this week. Okay, we're taking, being greedy this week, and we're taking 3 cards from the tarot. So I've got 1, I've got 2, and let's get 1 from up top here. 3 cards from the tarot. So the first one we have is the Seven of Boons, and boons in traditional tarot is the Pentacles. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. Just look at the gorgeous. This deck is like a fairy tale deck. It really is absolutely gorgeous. So the Seven of Pentacles is the card of waiting to reap your rewards. It's the card of, you know, having planted the seeds and having nurtured and looked after the plant and the tree, waiting for it to get to its full maturity, and then waiting to see what we get. So you can see all the doors are still closed, and you don't know what lies behind the doors. You have hopes, you have dreams, and you have ambitions, but you don't know. So we're still waiting. We're eager. We're about to go and open those doors. We're about to go and see what lays behind them. The second card we've got, oh, I love it. It's the Lovers. And there you can see that the lovers are sitting underneath a tree. They're just enjoying each other's company. They're just enjoying being together. They don't have a care in the world. They are oblivious to their surroundings, and they are just so happy and content in the now. And third one we have is the Two of Visions. Visions in the traditional tarot is the Cups. So it is the Two of Cups, and you can see it's two people coming together again. So all of you who chose bundle 3, what is this telling us? This is telling us, I look at these 3 and I like to look at them as a collective. So we look at them individually, we get their individual messages, and then I like to put them together, and obviously listening to whatever spirit give as well. So starting off with this very first card here. So starting off with our Seven of Boons. So as we say, everything has potential. Until you actually know what is behind that door, the doors could potentially hold anything. There could be excitement, there could be passion, there could be danger, there could be food, there could be, you know, anything. There could be so many things behind those doors. And as I said, until you've actually opened the door, you don't know what lies behind it. Looking at these two cards, the fact that we've got the Lovers card and we've got the Two of Cups is telling you romance, relationships are what are behind the doors. Okay, so all of you who chose bundle 3, I am seriously interpreting this to say that the relationship that you are in, the relationship that you want to be in, or the relationship that you need to be in, stuff is happening. Okay, there is momentum, there is progress, there is opportunity. Okay, anything is possible. But you know what? You can't stand and watch these doors and think and dream and hope and wish for it all to happen. You've actually got to make it happen. Okay, you actually need to take the time out to enjoy the relationship, to connect with the person. You need to express. You need to express yourself. You need to express your emotions. You need to express your thoughts, and you need to reach out and open the doors. If you don't pick a door, if you don't decide where, start somewhere. Start, I can't hold it nicely. Start here by this one. Or you're going to start by the red one at the top there. It doesn't matter where you start, as long as you start, as long as you open your heart, open your soul, and connect to another being and truly express yourself. Because what I'm seeing with these two, this card is the card of expression. It's the card of sharing that feeling, sharing that emotion, connecting with another soul, and not being worried about judgment. Just like these two, they're not worried about judgment. Let me just hold it out of the way. They're not worried about judgment. They're not worried about who's watching them. They don't worry about who's looking on, who's peering in. They're being honest about their feelings. They're being honest about their emotions, and they're just trusting that it's perfect and that it's right. They got here by picking an option, by picking a door. Okay, so friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, your relationship that you are in, or that you want to be in, or that you are hoping to be in, requires you to take a step forward. It requires you to act on it. It requires you to open your mouth and express what's happening here in your heart. So no holding back. No holding back. And you know, it doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship for 50 years. You know, sometimes we forget to express ourselves openly and honestly. Sometimes we take people, our other selves, our other halves, we take them for granted. And I think the message here is to say to you, you know what, we've spent a lot of time at one of these doors. Maybe it's time we move to one of the others. Okay, so I love that. I actually think that's fabulous. I'm going to leave these here in front of me, and I'm now going to pick up the Energy Oracle cards, and let's get a shuffle. We're looking for a card that's going to complement or going to give us clarity on the message. Just add something to the message. And let's see what we get. Okay. Whoops. Okay, just trying to pick them up. And we're going to take that one over there. Even for bundle 1 and 2, I was like completely blown away how 2 completely separate decks who are not connected. You see how I shuffle and just draw at random, so it's not like I pre-selected this, but the messages always just tie in so beautifully. Look at that. Isn't it just phenomenal? So clearly, Spirit, the universe, whoever you want to call it, has a really strong message for all of you who chose bundle 3 today. It's time to acknowledge family. It's time to acknowledge emotions. It's time to acknowledge the love that you have in your heart. It's time to connect with, to let your family know how important and significant they are. You know, here in South Africa, we're on, I think it was week 7 of lockdown. So you've been stuck at home with the same people for 7 weeks, and I can imagine that you may be losing its novelty at this stage. You may be like, oh my gosh, I really need those kids to go back to school, and I really need my husband or my wife to get back to work, or whatever the situation is. But I really want to encourage you to let's open a different door. Let's express ourselves. Let's say something we haven't said before. Let's not keep it in. Let's open the doors and let the emotion flow. Let's connect in a way we've never connected before. You know what I love about this particular lovers card is they're not doing anything. There's no like activity, social activity. There's no like pressure for a big meal, fancy food or anything like that. It's just the 2 of them being open, being honest, being pure, and loving each other unconditionally. Express yourself. Express yourself. Be true to who you are. Have that happy family that you so deserve. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, I do hope that that was a good message for you. I do hope that there was something in there that just gave you the inspiration and the hope and the guidance that you needed in your life right now, in whatever it is that you're dealing with. If you did enjoy that message, please show me some love by giving me a like down below, and a comment from you would be absolutely awesome. And we'll see you on Monday for your weekly Taroscopes. So until then, you take care.